Alright, we're re-recording the intro because the audio didn't work apparently. So we're redoing the intro and we're over here. That's not leaning on the machine. I'm just underneath it, trying to get on the other side of it. Knock it all the way down, tear it down. We're gonna be back out here, tearing down some more trees. God, I really don't want to get rid of those hardwoods, but I should. I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of these hardwoods in here. The oak's staying for now, along with probably the trees next to it, because those roots are probably intertwined with each other. I don't want to mess with that. I said that in the last video. I don't know if it got taken out. That tree's dead. It looks like it was struck by lightning or something. Huge old gash in the middle of it. These are probably coming down. I took down a few already, and then I went to go put the camera on my head to do some stuff in the machine, get some footage of that, and I looked at the opening and audio wasn't working. So looks like the audio is working now. This pile, all these material piles are probably getting moved over here when I get the skid steer back, or I'll use a dump truck, pull a dump truck up, load it up into the skid steer. I'm gonna check where my property line is. I might take down some of these taller hardwoods, some of these bigger, more mature ones, if they're on my property. But this is going to be a nice big garden area. I measured it on Onyx. It's approximately 0.8 acres. So I would say about 0.7 to 1 acre piece of land for a garden, chickens and everything. And it's fairly flat. I mean, it kind of starts behind the propane tank is when it starts to go downhill, and it comes back uphill on this little tiny ridge. It's not a tall ridge or anything. And that ridge is basically property line. And then over that way, you got a slope and it flattens off. I flattened that area off a while ago. Not expecting to have a garden, just wanted a place to park stuff, and that's where I thought it would be a good place to park it. But I think it'll be a better place for gardens, grazing, stuff like that. If we get a cow, I'd love to raise a beef cow. Beef is expensive. Man, let's just get back in the machine. I'm gonna put the camera on my head, get some of that footage and everything. Oh, this. So our drain field is right here. I was up not last night, but one of the nights, I was thinking to myself, my drain field's in the woods. Roots go into and these are oaks. Oaks grow real deep into the ground. Real deep, especially in sandy areas. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take these trees out eventually. Just because I really don't want to deal with roots in my drain field. I don't want to have to rebuild that. I don't have to get a certified guy to inspect it and blah blah blah. These maples might stay for a little bit because I can tap these for sap. But yes, this maple has to go. This maple's dying. You can see that's black. The top's dead and everything. Freaking squirrels chewing on it and everything. These maples over here, for the most part, are going to stay. I'm going to tap these this winter. I don't care if they're sugar maples or not. I'm going to tap them anyways. We got topsoil here. We got topsoil there for the garden and everything. Topsoil kind of pushed off the edge here. I just had to push it off because of snow plowing and stuff. But we'll pull this back up. We got some down trees down in here that I want to clean up for the person that owns that property. One, because it's good firewood. Two, because you should clean up dead wood, California. Topsoil, wood chips, topsoil, stuff like that. I don't know if these trees are going. That birch will probably go. You can see the bark is peeling like that. It's not the healthiest condition. It's black on the bottom. It's seen its age. The birches here, most birches in the United States, especially Wisconsin, come from a part of Europe where those birches do not last long. They're about a 50-year tree. So that is an awesome looking frog. Hey there, guy. Yeah, slimy little guy. I'll try not to run him over. But yep, we're gonna get in the machine, and what we're gonna do is knock this birch over that's next to me right here, and all right, let's get on this side of this birch right here, and we'll knock her down, eh? I better keep my bucket out in front of me just in case that happens. There we go. The wife will be glad that I knocked this thing over, or got it all the way down. Look how tall this sucker is. Bucket and not the thumb. Come on. There, come on. Keep going. No, don't come back up. We'll dig the stump up so she goes all the way down. I should put the tooth bucket on, but dragging the I was like, why can I not turn? I'm dragging the blade. Like an idiot. Hardwood wood sucks to snap because sometimes it just like folds because the fibers are just, you know, like that. Oh, I still got wood back here. Nice. Couple planks. Yeah, that tree was just dead. What's this birch look like dead? Alright, the top already came off of this sucker. I'm actually thoroughly impressed. This thing does not want to tip over. Grab this stuff. Birch also don't put their roots very deep. At least not the birches I've dealt with. They're pretty surface level, almost like a maple. Not quite as shallow as a pine, but definitely not deep like a oak. But they sprawl out pretty good. I mean, they're still pretty deep, you know. I mean, even a maple is pretty deep in comparison to a lot of pine trees. Ooh, some rock. I just don't want it to bounce back and have the top like snap off and slingshot this way. I got it down. Just one big old root was holding her in place and she toppled over. Now I gotta drag her off of this topsoil pile. So gotta do it without flipping her back up. And that tooth bucket would be real nice. Got it. If that was in clay, that thing would have never came out. Oh. For some reason it said I was low battery when it's at 30%. But anyways, this is day 2 of our land clearing for the homestead and the farm plot and everything like that. The wife thinks it's huge. I think it's not big enough. We're going all the way up into here and everything. So, all right, so we got some trees knocked down. We got some cleaned up. I know it doesn't look like it, but we did clean some up. It's just, it's a mess. We're doing this with the Mini is not the best choice to do it with because it just takes so long. But you can still clear stuff with a 3.5 ton. It just takes a while.